Hi, Allie.
Hello.
And hello, incredible listeners. Welcome back to Arcane Trinity, Tides of Esthios, a D&D TTRPG actual play podcast.
Yeah.
How y'all feeling
It's a lot of
today?
words.
It is a lot of words. A little bit of a word soup, but I said it correctly this time.
Uh-huh.
You did.
How are we feeling? Intrigued and concerned at the same time.
You know,
I think
maybe
it's
that's
fair.
fair.
Is that-
Maybe that's fair. Maybe that's
Yeah,
fair.
that's fair for you. Yeah, that's fair for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
I'm just
pretty fair.
concerned.
You're just
You're just concerned.
You're just concerned.
That's fair.
There's no intrigue. It's all worry and anxiety and
I mean, I can't really know like what's happening.
Yeah.
Since, but I'm just concerned.
That's fair.
Because when
I
we
wonder
last
why.
when we last left off, our heroes were going about Doveport, investigating various things, one of which took them towards a church of Axros that they went inside, though some strange things were happening to Valora upon approach, which became potentially worse as time went on.
Yeah.
And
But no, we had to do research. We had to read
I did
things.
research, but came across an interesting woman in shining armor.
That's one way to put it.
Uh,
Yep.
Interesting woman.
One that Valora didn't know, but apparently knew Valora and put her under arrest for apparently treason against the gods.
Which is a huge accusation.
Absolutely.
That it is.
A bit of
That
a
ain't no
tussle
petty
happened.
theft.
Force was used to
You could say
bring
that.
Valora along and imprisoned her.
Just dragging.
Level 9, level 10 house paladin.
Yeah,
here.
God.
Where the confrontation grew in a different way. A war of words were had between Valora and Cassandra, the individual. Though Valora was able to escape along with I would say the assistance of, but I guess under the witness of
Yeah.
Lucky and Sylvie. But now are currently essentially on the run, trying to not get caught again, returned back to their suite at the inn, where they're discussing what to do next, to whereas a familiar friend, Crud, has shown up with a few ideas, potentially, and we can
So.
pick back up from there. So we will
It's his own theme.
continue from that moment as Crud comes in the door, talking to you guys
Yep.
about your successful prison break happening and all of that. It's like, so hey guys, in a little bit of trouble, huh?
Yeah. I'd say slightly, but no, not slightly at all.
Yeah, like you filled me out a little bit. So, guys need to go and hide and get around town, not being seen,
Yes. Do you have anything for that?
Potentially. So, and he goes into a little bag that he brought and he whips out a few potions that he lays out in front of you guys. Lines up 4 of them, 2 of them are kind of bundled together. And he goes, so, got a few things, some bits and bobs for you to decide between here. You got some options I've got going here. Number 1, simple one, easy. Polymorph potion. You just dunk that down, boom. You get to be whatever the frick you want to be for a little bit. Typically an hour. You know how that works. But I get it, that might not be good enough, okay? I'm going sales mode right now, okay? We got option B over here, alright? I call this one the mini potion, alright?
Mini potion?
Yep, you drink that, and then he come itty bitty 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 tiny, and he does a little gesture, and he's like barely the size of his little claw in his hand that he's got there. He's like, it'll help get you around easy peasy, all right? And the best part is that if you do this, once it kicks in, it's not really magical at that point, so you don't have to worry about getting detected by those means. But you will need, and beside it, there's a small little vial. This is the antidote that fixes it right up. You're gonna need this, otherwise it may last for a few days. So to do that, don't lose this. All right?
Oh my Oh, that's...
And then he moves on to the final one.
So he was concerned.
He goes on to his final, guess you can say third, like, normal potion over there. And he's like, this one, it's a bit of a workaround. This essentially is a disguised self potion, but enhanced a little bit. Because, you know, you'll essentially be able to cast it on yourself, be able to embrace that magic a little bit to use disguise self. But it can last longer than usual. But it has risks. Things could happen. It could go wrong.
Such
'Cause
as...
Oh,
yeah,
God.
what's under the asterisk?
Well, it's just like our experiments, isn't it?
It's unknown?
You don't know.
Because it's just kind of, the longer it goes, it gets very unstable, the magical effort to try and keep that going past what it's supposed to be. You know, it's trying to condense a lot of magical energy around it so it could kick off, if you will. So, pros and cons to everything here. But that's my spiel.
Wait,
That's
kick
what I've
off
got.
like my magic kicks off, or...
Maybe.
Oh, God.
How long does that one last?
That will last as long as you need it to, because essentially you cast the spell, but it works fine for the first hour, the typical lengths of the spell, but otherwise it's kind of like harnessing magic energy around it to try and keep powering it, so you can use it pretty much as long as you want, but this way a game or so, about every hour you have to kind of keep it contained, otherwise it may go wrong. And you can let go of it at any time, and it will last for, you could get to last for an entire day if you wanted to, but it'll get more and more difficult to do so as it goes on. So, as time passes, that's a lot of magic you're trying to hold inside you, and I hear a strong woman over there, but it may take a little bit of work.
I mean, that seems like, ironically, the easiest. It's just the most risky.
That one would be the best for keeping ourselves under wraps until we have to leave.
Right.
But
Because, like, you know, being an animal, that's...
yeah.
And then being tiny, we have to make sure we don't lose the other thing, or you'll be stuck like that for...
I mean,
what, a couple days, you said?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Potentially.
I'm nixing the tiny one. The tiny one,
Yeah, no,
I don't like being small.
that doesn't suit you.
What's that supposed to mean?
No
What's wrong
offense.
with being
Her,
small?
and she just like does like
No
that
offense.
that Will Smith thing with the stance.
There's nothing wrong with being small.
Yeah, but she'd be like tiny,
I'm fine with
small.
being like an
Yeah.
animal small, but myself that small doesn't feel right.
It feels wrong.
Yeah.
It's like a doll of you.
Yeah.
That
Ugh.
I don't like that.
I suppose.
However, I was thinking about the polymorph potion, because I could just sneak into the church that way, go back into my regular form, grab my stuff, and then use my amulet to turn back into an animal and sneak back out.
But with polymorph, don't you take the intelligence of whatever animal you turn into also?
Yes.
I don't know. Is that true?
Yeah, if you use polymorph, the recipient of the polymorphing, you essentially become an animal. Like
So it's not.
you wouldn't have the intelligence like those druid people have. You just, if you were to say, I would like to be a worm, then you are a worm, and you would probably forget who you are for that hour.
Valora looks shell-shocked at this. She's like, why is there such a spell? Why is that a thing?
I mean, it's good for turning an enemy into something.
It is typically used on other people. You know, if you ever see those, like, yeah, if you were to get cornered by, like, an owlbear or displace a beast, you're like, I'm gonna turn you into a bunny, and then you turn into a bunny, and then you're fine.
That's true.
You could also do it to, you know,
But yeah, if you were to
gods
turn
and
like into
all
a
that.
monkey, you would have monkey brain.
You would be monkey brain.
Oh. How
Yeah.
how do you get out of it?
Well, because you'd be using it on yourself, you would not be able to. You'd be there in that form for an hour.
You'd be stuck like that. We would have to keep tabs on you
How do you get on
to make sure you don't run into the wild to your home that you think is your home.
How does it dispel?
Either an hour passes by, or, you know, if it's anything that's going on in a fight, if you are to, you know, quote unquote, kill it it just returns back to normal. So if someone were to stomp on you, then you just, oh, you're you now.
Doesn't sound very great.
I thought of it more as a purpose of, transporting you around town, potentially.
It's like when you turned into a spider earlier, except instead of escaping, you would have started making a web in the corner.
Oh.
Yeah. You'd be like, this is my life. This is what I do. You would have stayed in that cellar. Cellars are actually really good for spiders. You would have loved it there. So maybe I don't know what we should do about that. Well, plus a monkey would not be able to carry out a great act.
No, I was simply thinking of using the polymorph as a way to sneak in.
Oh, yeah, you'd have to hang out there for an hour, but
Or if you carry me in there as a polymorph and then you kill me, then I go back to my normal self, I grab my stuff.
She looks horrified at the word kill.
Grab my stuff.
Kill.
Use my amulet, turn into something, and out we go.
That's crazy.
Why is that crazy?
I can think of a few things. No matter if I am a me or a different me, I don't know that I want to willingly, essentially accept the embrace of death for a swift moment.
That's true. If
I'm a worm, what difference does it make?
Yeah, no. I guess you could just you could figure out how you feel about that as time goes on.
She looks generally like confused, like why you all are so like against this.
Valor worm. No.
Do not call me that.
Then don't be your worm.
I don't see what the issue is.
I'd have to kill you. But you'd
be a worm.
I know, but it's still you. That's so wrong. And she looks at Crud just like, is there anything that can be done about this?
If you're on your own on this one, I don't know what to tell you on that.
How much are the potions?
We can make a deal on those. We can just, I can give you to these guys, but, extra experiment on the house for me one day.
On the house?
As much as I hate to say it, I think the last one would be the most useful.
Because that would also let you, walk around.
Exactly.
And, talk and do things.
Exactly.
Ooh. Well... And you don't have to drink it right away. You could, wait until you actually, really, really need it.
Right.
That way we get the safest amount of use out of it.
You're not taking one?
I don't need it. I have...
Oh, right. You're a sorcerer.
Yeah.
I'll take the last one.
All right. And he goes ahead and picks it up in two hands and cups it over to you in the little vial.
I feel like this one is an experiment too.
Oh no! This one's been tested and approved.
Oh, so that's the thing.
I mean, that's how I know what happens when you drink it.
Right. Wait, how did that go?
Well, like I said, they had it. It's a sky self that can last for a while.
I know, but what kind of things happened to you?
I didn't do it.
Oh. You said you tested it, so...
Well, I'm saying me as the entrepreneur had it tested, okay?
Ah, okay.
Thank you.
Did my brother ever test things for you?
Yes, I told you this.
Well, I know you said that he bought things from you, but I don't know if he...
Yeah, he did bits and bobs for me too.
No, he did say you tested stuff.
Listen, a lot has happened, and I don't really remember things like that when I see what happened to you, and I couldn't do anything about it, and I thought you were gonna die, and she's just trying not to go into a panic mode again.
How much for the polymorph as well?
The polymorph? Probably run it I'll say, I do a little discount for you guys. These are cool. 50 gold.
Cause we're cool. 50?
Yeah, it runs for 250 usually, so.
Oh my god.
Potions are not easy.
There needs to be another hot take. Low-key. Why is it so much gold for a singular spell?
Dude. Like 50.
How much is the disguise one?
That one? Oh, well, that one. That's the one I'm giving you for free to do as an
Oh,
experiment.
you're giving that to me for free.
Yeah, because I was given one to you guys to help out, and then in return, one day I'll have a new potion for you that'll just be like, can you see what this does?
For free.
And yeah, that one, no payment in return on that one.
How much would it cost if it wasn't a free experiment in exchange later?
How much more money beyond what I paid you do you have?
Okay, no.
Oh my goodness.
Never mind. Never mind.
All right.
Well,
Well, I don't have enough for the polymorph, so I'll just take this.
Okay. That's perfect.
I think you'd be better suited for a free experiment anyway, considering those beans almost killed me.
Oh, I'm not worried about the free experiment, but
At least there's no way for you to get the beans again. So there's that, because I already tested that one.
Yeah, not doing that again.
that's true.
Oh, midnight!
Yes.
When's he supposed to come back?
Should be back soon.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost the
Okay.
end of the day.
Okay.
All right. Well, I'm gonna leave you guys to it. I don't want to get too caught up in this.
Right, yeah.
You know,
Otherwise, you'd have to disguise yourself too.
Lucky talked to me about things a little bit. Said you guys would be going most likely, and so I'll try and meet with you guys later to talk about right before getting onto the ship. So we can go over that when the time comes, but I will skedaddle to not be in the eyes of whatever's coming after you in the first place.
The gods, I guess.
Great!
Hopefully they can't see everything.
Let's hope not. Toodles! And he walks out the door.
Thank you, Mr. Cried.
No problem. Closes it behind him.
Crazy, goofy man.
Lucky locks the door behind him.
I know it's probably for security, but I'd like to think it was for crime.
A little bit of column A, a little bit of column B.
Oh, man.
All right.
Well, at least lucky you and Al don't have to really worry about disguising yourselves.
Yeah.
So that helps a lot.
It helps a little bit.
Al, did you ever figure anything out from your book? Yet? Maybe.
A tiny bit. If you really needed me to, I think I should be able to cast invisibility once,
Ooh.
but I think that'll take up about all I've got in the tank to try and pull off.
Okay.
So I'm gonna be tapped out of magic after that
Like
for
that
a bit, and I'm gonna
One
need
spell will take up all your, if this were a game, spell slots? Just
I don't have it like I used to back in the day. All right.
Okay. Well,
Alright.
it's good to know.
Yep.
Thanks for looking into it.
Of course.
Sylvie just looks at Valora like, yee.
Yeah,
like,
Laura's like matching the same expression.
they're just like, yikes. Like, oh boy, yeah, you are kind of out of the adventuring scene, huh?
It's been a while.
Well, not anymore. So
Yeah.
maybe you should study like every night now.
I'm trying.
I'm just saying that's very alarming
Or like nods. Like, yeah.
for someone who had been adventuring for how long? Centuries.
I wasn't adventuring that long, I would say. And I've been in retirement for 100 years. So you tell me what a 100-year retirement should feel like.
I would think you'd have at least 2 spells, but it's fine. I get it. Wizards are a different type. You don't have magic innately running through your veins like I do.
Thank you.
You gotta read to be able to do magic, which sounds
Unfortunately.
awful. Can't imagine ever having to read just to cast a spell.
I know, right?
Sounds very tedious
It's awful.
and time consuming.
Yes.
How did you do it?
I don't remember.
Okay.
All right.
Lucky.
All right, children. All right.
Children.
How's the youngest, oldest here though? Like he's everyone's like great grandpa.
Add another grate.
By number.
I was trying to be nice. By
So-
number. Oh,
So,
dang.
whenever you want to leave, I've got a place you can go to. Like I told you. Be careful in there.
The place that's like a
Along.
beehive, right?
Yeah. But I'm sure you do just fine in there. Whenever you're ready to go, let me know. We'll get you over there, alright?
Okay.
Yeah, we can go right now if you want. We can wait a little bit. It's up to you guys.
What time is it right now?
It's like midday right now.
Okay. It's still light out. We would have to disguise ourselves if we wanted to get there. Or we wait until dark, but which also poses more risk.
Because of staying in one place for too long?
Yes.
Because, like, she's probably bound to check the inn, I would think.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, you're used to, like, tracking down people, right?
Yeah, I mean, of course, the one place you're gonna go to is where any travelers in the area would go be staying at in the first place. So,
Yeah.
whenever they catch wind of this is probably their first stop.
Ugh. What are you thinking, Valora?
Well,
This is your situation.
yes, well, I only have the one potion.
Right.
If I use it now, I won't have it for tomorrow.
Yeah, and tomorrow we gotta wait out a whole day.
Exactly.
Hey, Lucky, with the place that we're going, let us stay there the entire day and just hunker down?
Yeah, there are numerous people that do that kind of thing.
Like, lay low?
Yeah, it's the kind of thing a lot of people tend to do in that kind of area.
We could do that.
Laura, like, makes a face. She
I know,
doesn't
I
wanna
feel
be
like you don't like
cramped up.
being the kind of person to being in one spot for an entire 24 hours. But, I mean, it's the safest thing to do.
I mean, it's up to you guys. Because number one, you gotta get your things back.
Oh,
There's
right.
Also that.
I keep
Obs-
forgetting.
I personally still have all this stuff at the bank going on.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, why did he... Do you think he had to have dropped something off at the rose bush? Because, like, why else would he go in there with something and then leave so quickly? Like, I feel like he dropped it off to someone in there.
Like I've said, that's my assumption on that one.
Yeah.
The only way to find out is by investigating a little more. But I get it if you guys can't get involved in that right now.
At
I
least the
know there's a lot
Valora
going
can't,
on.
unless you change with the potion. And then... Would Cassandra go on the boat? Does she have to? Can't she just fly over the river?
Pretty sure they've got limited usage of what they've got going on.
Okay,
there.
I didn't know if she could just bypass the whole transportation system and... Okay.
No, I don't think they're that broken.
It
That
is
helps.
limited.
That helps. Okay, cool. She can't just be flying around trying to find us like a vulture.
No.
Got it. Oh, that helps.
Because I'm wondering if does she just stand in the village or in the church the entire time?
Oh.
I'm wondering if I do use this spell and we go to the church to try to get my stuff back. She seems pretty powerful regarding magic. She would probably know it was me.
Yeah. I feel like she could detect things.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if I can detect things, surely she can too. Oh boy, yeah, that's the biggest problem. Because your weapon is very large.
Yes, which I think is the only way to get out is if somehow we get in there and I turn into an animal because it pockets it with me.
Mm-hmm.
And I escape that way. But the main part is just getting in there undetected. That's the main issue, unfortunately.
Because I can't carry that. She just kind of looks down at her arms that are just very slimly built.
Sure you can. It'll just be a tough job.
What's my strength? I think
We can't just carry it out the front door.
No,
They would see.
my strength is +1.
That's the whole issue.
I know.
Well, I mean, I thought you guys were planning to go in the middle of the night when there wouldn't really be anyone there.
Ooh,
That's true.
that would be a lot easier. We could just do that. Sneaky.
Does she sleep? Where does she sleep?
That's a great question.
She may stay there. She may be busy trying to find you.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll tell you that whenever she discovers that you're missing, whatever it is, she'll be on the prowl out there.
Yeah, I don't think she'll be staying in
No.
the church.
Yes.
Someone that hunts targets tend to be on the move a lot when you realize something's wrong.
Mm-hmm, they do.
I wouldn't know. So, you want to head to the secret place and then wait till middle of the night and
Yeah.
head out on a secret mission?
We'll do that. Yeah.
That sounds like a good plan.
And I'll take the potion now, I guess. So no one sees.
Yeah.
Laura makes this just this disgusted face, like she hates
Having to hide.
running into hiding
Yeah.
like a cornered animal.
God.
Are you all ready to go?
I'm ready to go when you are.
Well, she lifts up the potion and chugs it.
All right, so
Sylvie's dress is gonna change into a totally different outfit. She's like, I'm gonna try something else aside from what I was thinking before. And she just just changes into like black pants, dark shirt with like a dark brown cloak on with a hood, essentially, just to cover her face, and
Yes.
completely different.
Simple D&D disguise.
Yep. She
Yep.
even has gloves be put on her hands. Like she's totally mostly covered.
yep, so that suddenly shifts on you.
Mhm.
Like he's like, well, I'll unpack that later again.
That works.
All right.
She has magic clothes.
Magic clothes.
Of course. What else can I learn today? That just something new every day.
Yep.
But then, Valora, you've got a little potion there. It's in like the standard vertical vial. It's like this maroon liquid with like gray specks and blobs inside it. And you drink it down, almost terrified still of anything that Crud may be doing. But it doesn't feel weird or anything going down. You just start to feel this power well up inside you, as if you kind of have this connection into more of the unnatural magic around you, and you can feel that at any time when you so wish, you have essentially one cast of Disguise Self. It works plainly for an hour. Anything past that will require a d20 check on a rising DC to see if you maintain it or if something goes wrong, and then you can let go of it at any point as well.
Okay.
If you need to abort.
Yeah. You don't have to go until you fail. You can cash out at any moment that you decide.
Like, it is gambling.
Yeah.
It's like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? You can just stop at the 25K or keep that chase for $1 million to explode.
She's like, I'm gonna walk away. Oh, God. She's also gonna cast Prestidigitation and to smell like old leather. The boots, she has her like scuffed up, lace up boots. She's like she looks like a rogue, essentially.
Yeah.
Just totally nondescript adventurer, typical. Just, you wouldn't be able to see her face unless you like looked underneath the hood, essentially, or took the hood off. Whew, okay.
Does the potion work like immediately, or
No,
do
like
I-
you're allowed to now cast it when you decide to.
Ooh,
so
nice.
It's like you feel like that magical energy around and inside you.
So it's like you have
can
that spell
embrace
slot
whenever
per
you're
se.
ready to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. So it doesn't like happen immediately. That's nice.
Yeah, it doesn't just shift you on its own. This one is giving you an energy to kind of tap into to do that kind of thing.
Okay.
That helps.
Well, we need to check out
We do.
first. Should it be you that does it?
Probably.
Okay.
So I'll just take your key. She holds her hand out.
Yeah, she hands you
unless it was taken. Was the key taken? The hotel key?
No, not yet, because they have the expedition.
No,
you
I mean
can-
from Cassandra and her stuff.
Oh yeah,
I'll
all
be-
my stuff.
I'll be polite and
Thank
say
you.
no, that it's
Say it was
there.
like hooked on my fucking belt or some
Yeah.
shit. I don't know.
Yeah.
Or in my
Yeah.
pocket.
Yeah.
And they didn't see it.
No.
Exactly.
It's a hotel key. Why would they confiscate a hotel key?
Exactly.
You're gonna get a late fee now. Alright. Okie dokie.
All right, get on up, old man. Yes. And then they rise up and they go on out of the room, and everyone's outside. Close and
He's
lock
like
the
a
door behind you
toddler in an old
guys.
man's body.
But Valora like feels like the magic like running through her, and she's like, oh, how do I?
Is it tingly?
Yeah. What should I make myself look like? Do I just think of something and it happens?
Yeah, you just think
Kind
of the
like,
spell,
like wild shit.
and then you think of yourself changing, but instead of an animal, you think of an appearance.
She kind of like looks at your appearance, and maybe some shady figures wouldn't be so. Two shady figures would draw attention.
Meh.
And she kind of closes her eyes for a second and imagines something. You see her just. Do they grow shorter with this guy's stuff, or do they stay the same height?
You have a range of a foot either way to
Oh,
shift
okay.
yourself.
Okay.
Because you can make yourself a foot taller or a foot shorter on it.
Okay. So she will shrink to like 5 feet. Exactly a foot shorter. 5 feet.
Sylvie's 4 inches taller now.
Yeah. 5 feet. Do their clothes change as well? Was like everything?
Yes,
Or-
because
Yeah, you can change
make
your
an
clothes.
illusory
Okay.
change. It's not like a physical
God, I
change.
haven't used this guy's
It's
stuff
simply
in
an
so
it's
long.
simply an illusion image that kind of
Okay.
projects over yourself.
Okay, gotcha. So it should be like 5 feet, skinny, not muscular.
Yeah.
Like lean, kind of like a gymnast would be,
Mhm.
but like not Simone.
Not
Biles.
buff.
Not Simone Biles strong, but so skinny. She'll have little pointed ears like an elf.
Oh, nice.
Blonde pigtails, freckles, lilac hair or lilac eyes.
Yo.
Yep. And she'll have on just purple, white, pink bard's-esque clothes.
Yes.
God damn it! All right.
Oh my god, go find Crud. No,
Oh my god! Holy shit!
He's in the lobby right now still. If you go downstairs, he'll be down there still. Oh man.
And she looks at Sylvie and's like, I thought something more opposite of you would be fitting.
that works. You know, you can change your voice when you cast Disguise Self, too.
I don't want to do that.
Okay.
This is too much already.
Well, you look pretty.
Thank you.
You look prettier in your real form, though.
Thank you.
Are we going, y'all?
So, sorry. She just blushes a little bit. Distracted.
Yep, so you guys go downstairs
I have the keys.
into the lobby. You've got the keys. There's like a little bin that's there because you guys, paid for the room in that night of. All you have to do is kind of drop things off and leave for the day. They take care of everything else there. The inn's not too busy at the moment. A lot of people like to explore around the town, it seems. So there's some people just relaxing and kicking back, waiting to travel to somewhere else. But also people from the nearby towns and all, they've started to also leave after a night's rest. So it's starting to slow down over here a little bit.
That helps.
Okay.
Sylvia will walk up to the counter and turn in the 2 keys.
Yep, that one same lady from before is behind there, just gives you a little nod and thank you for staying.
Thank you for having us.
Of course.
You're very nice.
Thank you.
Very pretty.
Thank you.
I think I told you that when I first saw you.
You did.
Just reminding you,
Thank you.
self-confidence is important.
Have a wonderful night.
You too. All right, where's his cred here?
He's just down there. He's having a meal at a table by himself right now. You decide to go interact with him
Mr.
right now.
Crud, hi. We just checked out.
Hi. And I suppose he turns and sees
Yeah, Valora's just standing.
Yeah.
Laura
behind Sylvie.
in disguise, and to help paint the picture for everyone, Allie has decided to become
Cameo.
Yeah.
one of her previous D&D characters that interacted in a campaign together as two characters that were there
With
Her
Crud.
and Crud knew
with
each other.
Crud. They were in a campaign together. He turns like, "You leaving?" And then he locks eyes. And he's like, "What? What?
What?
Why are you freaking out?
You hear this deep voice like
Yeah.
come from
He's gonna make an insight check to see if he recognizes the voice or anything.
Oh my
These are
god.
his dice.
If he thinks
That's a natural one.
Oh my god! Oh no!
he's so shook.
Oh no!
Windry,
Windrus has a sore throat to him.
what are you doing here?
Who is that?
What do you mean? Who was that? Do you not remember me? We adventured together a little bit. There was a time you were a little bit naughty, but we were friends. We adventured for a little bit.
Crud, this is Valora.
What?
She drank the potion.
Oh my God.
Are you okay?
Oh no! So I had PTSD. I had flashbacks. Oh my God.
War flashbacks?
It's complicated.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. You didn't mean to. Did you know her? Do you know
No.
who you are? Jesus Christ! What are the chances? All right. Well, you know you're up. That's fine. Well. And he like shakes his stuff. It's like.
She like touches like one of her pigtails. Do I really look like this person?
It's okay. You'll be fine out there. We have a wonderful day. And he's just like still looking on, confused.
Okay.
Well,
I wonder what she was like.
I don't know. Hopefully, he's mentioned something about her being naughty for a time
In PTSD.
and war flashbacks.
Mm-hmm.
What happened?
Who the fuck knows? Ain't my problem.
Well, I mean, if it managed to fool Crud, then I guess
That's true, yeah.
it was worth it.
Yeah, that's true.
Dang. All right. Well,
Going as expected.
lucky
All right.
you lead the way.
Let's go. And so you follow Lucky.
Full speed ahead.
God damn it. You follow Lucky into town as he's walking you down the street. You know, you're going through. Not many people are paying too much attention to you guys, because especially now you don't stand out like you used to before. You kind of mix in with the crowd now.
Yeah, you're not this big, tall, buff woman.
Yeah.
with bright, flaming red hair and a giant battle axe on your back.
I'm just a cute little entertainer.
Yep.
Yep. And as you guys are walking through the town, I would like someone to roll a d20 for me.
Oh,
You can do it, Allie.
okay. I'll do
This one-
Sylvia's.
Unless you
It's your
do-
turn this time.
You go ahead.
Whew. 2.
Two?
2.
2?
2.
Okay.
Oh, God. What does that mean?
I don't know.
So you guys are
2 minutes until we're found. No.
you guys are walking down the main street here for a bit as he's trying to get you guys towards where you're looking to go, and he suddenly just kind of says, "Oh shit," because about 100 and 120 feet away from you guys, you see Cassandra whip around the corner, peering through the crowd and everything. You can tell she's discovered what's happened, and she is currently on her hunt right now.
Oh.
God damn it.
Oh,
And
boy.
he goes, "Shit!" and he ducks behind a corner. Go ahead and make stealth checks for me, quick.
Oh. I'm gonna use Sylvie's other one for this.
Ooh.
Okay, not bad. Could be worse.
19 stealth.
14.
14?
Could have been worse.
Right.
Yeah.
Could have been a nat one. She's just skipping in this
And-
outfit.
I'll go ahead and give you advantage with being in disguise self, even though, like, you know, technically, you know, you're visibly, like, trying to hide away potentially, but you can do advantage on yours still, Valora.
Oh, for myself?
Because of the disguise self. Because, you know, it would give you advantage because you're not who you're supposed to be.
Oh, I got it better. 21.
Okay. So, you guys all whip around a side street corner, and you see, as you kind of duck into an alley, Lucky keeps leading you, like, farther and farther back, as you kind of peek around another corner looking down, and watch as she crosses by, seemingly not having noticed anything out of the ordinary at the moment yet with your group check of sorts that you had. And he goes, all right, guess we're going to be taking the back roads today for a little bit. All right. Let's just stick it there and just follow me.
Okay.
Okay.
Never know where she's going to be next, so just keep an eye out for everything.
Right.
All right.
That was terrifying.
As you guys are walking through all of these back alleys and little side areas around the town, Lucky is trying his best to kind of keep you guys out of any of the main roads as much as possible. Anytime you come across one of the more populated main areas that people are crossing through, you know, he tries to get you through as fast as possible without being seen. And so we are going to do a bit of a different mechanic for how this is going to work here as you're going through town. As you're coming up across another main street, I want you guys to roll your D100s for me.
Ooh.
At the same time, Cassandra's doing it.
Oh.
And if she comes within a score of 5 to yours, she will be on you. She will essentially catch your trail
shit.
a bit.
Okay.
Oh.
So she's within 5 of either of ours?
Of either of your scores.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm going with my rainbow D20.
Alright. Go with my new Valora dice.
That's cocked. Hold on. Okay.
Okay.
10.
29.
What did you roll? It's a D100 that you're rolling.
Oh, D100.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
I don't know why I thought D20. Maybe because that's what you had me do last time.
Yeah, this is a whole different thing. So
Rainbow D100.
29 for Valora.
100.
Oh my god.
Wow. That's
I say that's
impressive.
that's good because it's a 1 in 100 chance.
honestly, and with it being
Holy shit.
It's just
D&D
all zeros.
terms, that's honestly
It's all zeros.
honestly with that,
0, 0, 0.
That's all.
I will cancel out this check
That's
on that
wild.
one. With that one, I say that you guys were able to move through this excellently off of yours, almost seemingly showing, you know, as you're following Lucky, that you almost kind of understand exactly what he's doing and guiding Valora in like the safest way, whereas you're walking through the street, you're able to perfectly blend in with the people around you as you're crossing to where Cassandra doesn't even have a chance. And on that one, I'll even say that on the next one, it's going to be even harder for her. She has to be within a value of 3 on you guys on this next one. So you have to cross one more main street areas. Lucky's like, all right, we're almost there. Let's just keep your heads down. We've got this. So
Sylvia
go
just
ahead
nods.
and roll again on the D100s.
Can't believe that.
Dude, that's crazy.
And
If I were a cleric, I'd have been able to talk to my god right now. Like,
you have to roll low as a cleric.
oh, isn't it like a odds
yeah.
and one?
That's right.
That one you do want to roll low on.
It's still the
Still,
same
100
chance.
is crazy.
yeah, that's fucking
100
wild.
is crazy.
God. Okay.
All right, 38.
38
12.
and 12. All right. 99.
Oh my god.
Wow. So that's crazy.
Wow.
So yeah, you guys are able to skirt through by this last road over here a little bit and make it through scot-free. No sign of Cassandra around, and she definitely would stand out amongst it, so you'd be able to see clearly if she was on your guys' tail or anything or not. It seems like it's all good. And as you're going through some more back roads, you see that you are currently beside the blacksmithing guild. That's kind of the building that Lucky leads you guys up to. But he's going around the back, and as you're in the back area, there's this small staircase that goes down to this nondescript, just simple wooden door. And he goes on up, and he kind of knocks on it in a rhythmic tone, just kind of. And eventually there's this little window slot that kind of opens up.
Classic.
And you hear a voice from the inside.
What do you want?
And they go, what, are you here for Jericho? And then Lucky China goes up and he says, I'm here to thread the needle. And you see the slot closes, and you hear a bunch of clangs, and the door opens up. Almost as if that may have been a...
Thieves can't.
Yeah, that there was some extra kind of a speech going on in there. The door opens, and he kind of turns to you guys and gives a little nod, and kind of ushers you inside of the location down under here.
Undisclosed location.
This undisclosed location underneath the blacksmithing guild, apparently. As you go on in... you can tell this place isn't exactly made for locals or decor. It seems to be more for purpose as you walk in. The overwhelming smell of just smoke and alcohol. Even the smell of some, rank spilled alcohol, as if it just kind of spilled to the side, but no one's cleaned it up right now. That's not really a worry around this place.
I was gonna say, Valora probably loves this place, and then after that, no.
All of the walls are just really standard stone walls. The floor is wooden, and it's a little bit rotten in places, seeming like it's taken water damage from, when it rains, it just kind of gets wet down here, and it just
leaks down through.
Happens, and they leave it there. There's no really need to fix it and worry about it too much.
I mean, there's no health inspectors or anything coming down here. So.
Not at all. You look around, there's various tables with a lot of people that are dressed very similar to Sylvia at the moment. A lot of thick leathers, hoods,
there's
long
a reason why she picked
gloves,
this outfit.
jackets. A lot of people where they're hidden enough to where you can't really make out any distinct features on them. They're a bit rowdy. They're a bit loud. Some of them are clanging glasses. Two are having a arm wrestling contest right now. And you see Lucky's just kind of follow me for now. And he kind of walks you guys towards the bar top section. And as you go over there, you see behind it, there is this Harangon gentleman. Seems to be really old, raggedy, kind of pale fur, and he has on these brown, kind of similar to commoners' garbs, just kind of like a leather vest and some nice pants on down beneath it. And he kind of turns as he's cleaning a glass and he goes, "Lucky, what the fuck you bring in today, man?" He's like, "Got a couple friends trying to lay low." It's like, "Oh, we're good about that here." "Howdy, friends. Don't worry, we wouldn't ask questions around here. Got yourselves in a bit of trouble, do you?"
Fortunately.
You could say that.
"Don't worry. Don't cause any trouble. We don't cause none here. We keep you safe. Need to stay here for a little while or an extended visit of sorts?"
Just until the rest of tomorrow.
All right. We can do that. Now then, the cost of Sanctuary ain't the cheapest. It's gonna be 15 gold a night.
Okay.
Sound good? Perfect. Where we got room left? Go ahead and get that squared away for you.
Sylvia takes out 15 gold from her pouch that is quite heavy and just slaps it on the table.
Thank
Oh,
God.
perfect. Right down to it.
Yep.
Like that kind of person. All right. He
I
kind of
am known
slides
to
it
be
down,
pretty blunt, actually.
puts it on the counter, gives this really old, rusty key, hands it over to you.
Ooh, atmospheric.
Got a nice, cozy little place for you, if you will. Keep it a nice stay for you. Old Rowdy Rocket's gonna take care of you.
Nice to meet you, Mr. Rocket. What do I shorten that to?
You can just call me Rocket.
Okay. Got it.
All right.
Let me do math.
Okay.
And so you now have a room key down here.
Nice.
And you may do what you wish. You can go to your room, converse with some of the patrons if you just so decide. It's up to you.
I can ask around for my brother.
That you can.
I feel like he would be in a place like this. Not right
Possibly.
now. Well, maybe. No. Maybe. No. No.
I mean, these people have probably traveled around. It
True.
wouldn't hurt to ask.
True. This is perfect. Do you want to check out the room, or what do you want to do?
Yeah, I'll check out the room.
Because we still got some time before we gotta do our espionage. Oh, do you think Midnight will be able to find us down here? Or do you think he'll just meet us outside when we go outside?
If anything, he'll, I don't know, call. And we'll hear him.
Okay.
I would say you don't have to roll like an Arcana check or anything, just because like you have this interesting connection with Midnight as your magical familiar, that you get the sense that if you decide to, you can essentially summon him next to you magically whenever you so
nice.
decide to.
Okay.
So he doesn't have to find.
Yeah.
He's like, all right, come home.
Or more or less even just like a magical, you can, you know, if you so wish it, he can just reappear next to you magically.
Okay.
Nice.
Doesn't have to, you know, go around looking around or anything, or
Not like an
fly his way
actual-
through the front door or
Actual
anything.
bird. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, well, I'm gonna ask some people, these lovely denizens,
Okay.
to see if I can get any kind of tabs on where my brother could be.
All right. Just be careful.
I will. And she just starts going.
All right, so you're gonna ask people around,
If they've seen
inquire about your
anyone,
brother.
yeah.
We'll go to that. Valoria, you go into the room.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll start with you. You've got the key. You go ahead, and he's got this like back door that's that's over to the side of his little bar top to the right. And as you open it, there's like a line of 5 doors that's there. All of them have these rough little like, you know, those like steel numbers that are like almost cursive that
Oh,
are
yeah.
very
Yeah,
lined
yeah.
up. They're all like kind of very crooked on the doors, but they're up there to label it. You've got one for room number 4, so you go on over that and open it up, and it's like a tiny 10 by 10 room.
Little
it
hovel.
has a desk and a chair, and it has a small like double-sized bed. It's not a full-size bed or anything, so it's pretty rough in size over there. No windows or light anything, because you guys are currently technically like underground essentially. So you've got like one candle on the desk giving you any semblance of light inside this room right now, pretty much.
Just bare bones basics.
Laura kind of stands there and looks around, and she lets out a sigh.
It's so different from the luxury suite that we just left. We had to leave for this.
Question.
Yes.
Is Al staying down here with us?
Is who?
Al.
Al?
Almer.
No, he's not
Okay.
staying down there with you. It's just you two, essentially.
Okay, that's what I thought. Okay, so they're just escorting us, I guess?
Al stayed behind. Lucky's the one that escorted you guys
Okay.
over there on his own.
Okay, gotcha.
All right.
And she kind of looks at the room and sighs and...
Yeah, I'll say the Lucky probably followed you back there, and he's like, nice place, ain't it?
You know, it's better than some I've been in.
That's what I always tell myself.
So what are you going to do about the bank?
Well, I mean, unless you want to join us, I was probably going to go over there later on tonight at midnight. Kind of case the place out a little bit. Found maybe some ways in to be undetected. Found where, maybe they would have some of the excess paperwork of accounts and whatnot. There's also Dick for Brain's office. So I'll try and check some of those out. But midnight, one way or another, dragging the old man with me probably. I was gonna try my best to see what's going on.
Drag the old man. Where are we going? Who are you?
I don't know how much help I would be in this form, but if I can probably manage to help you in some sort of way.
If you decide to, that's up to you. I'd greatly appreciate it for sure. Any extra hand if you and Sylvie decide to come along, it's up to you. I get if you guys decide you can't. I get that kind of thing's risky. Don't want to get even more eyes on you if something goes wrong. But if you want to do it, by all means.
We'll see about getting my stuff back first.
Of course.
Once it gets dark, I'll probably head out that way. And then we'll see about joining you.
All right. Sounds good.
Alright. They have good drinks here?
Define...
About as good as you can get. Ones that get you easily plastered.
Now that we've got.
It's just rubbing alcohol.
If you're looking for taste, you're going to be sort of disappointed. If you're looking for effectiveness, you've come to the right place.
By good, I mean effective.
Oh, you're in the best place in town.
Oh my god.
She gives him a slap on the back, which isn't nearly as hard as her usual form.
But, well, you still got your whole strength is still there. You've got all your stats and everything.
I'd say with her very small hand, it still doesn't feel as hard.
Well, like, the way that it technically works is that visually, it appears that your hand is small, but it's all an illusion because your whole hand is still behind it, just technically invisible.
Okay,
so even though it's dainty,
then he gets a very big slap on the back from a
from a dainty
Yeah.
hand, he's like, what the
It feels
fuck?
weird.
Oh my
Like
God,
if someone were to
Jesus.
try and pat your head right now, they'd probably touch Valora's face.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
it is the awkward thing where if someone does try and touch you, that's where things go wrong because they essentially feel something in the air above it.
They would feel like
stops.
muscle
Yeah.
before they actually get to your arm.
Yeah.
They'd be like, what the fuck?
God, but he's like thrown off guard. Like, oh, I'm gonna have to get used to that, like that. But
Just unsettling.
but yeah, if you decide to join me, by all means, invites open.
Sounds good.
Good luck laying low, kid.
Thank you.
Of course. And he gives you a little nod and walks away.
Does he tip his hat like a cowboy?
Absolutely.
Yes. Sylvie's on a mission of her own.
Yeah, if there's nothing else going on over there with Valora.
Nah, I say she just go in and just kind of regroup on the bed.
That's
Kind of
fair.
Rest.
What semblance of a bed.
Yeah.
Move to Sylvie, going about the bar. Like you see the two people that are arm wrestling. And before you can say hi, they just kind of go, fuck off, kid! And you're like, oh, okay, great.
Yeah, she wouldn't go up to the arm wrestling people because they're busy. So she would go to somebody who's not, doesn't
Yeah, when it
look
comes down
busy.
to ones that look inviting, you see Mr. Rocket at the bar just kind of standing there. And then you see another guy off to the side at a corner table, just kind of sitting by himself. Seems to have these like dice in front of him, just kind of waiting around at the moment. Those are like the two most inviting people in the bar right now.
Wouldn't hurt to ask the bartender.
Yeah, she'd probably go to Rocket first.
Yep. You go on, it's like, what can I get for you, kid?
I actually have a question.
All right, I may have an answer.
She'll pull down her hood and she's like, I'm trying to find my brother. Have you seen anyone that looks related to me? He's a little bit older, 6 feet tall.
Seen a lot of people like that before. I might need a little bit of inspiration to jog my memory. And he kind of taps his finger against the bar top.
She puts down 5 gold.
Generous, are we? I don't know if that's generous enough, though. Just not quite ringing a bell.
Really?
Just like you. Yeah, really. Yeah.
Silvia and Valora, that's his name. Does that help ring a bell?
I don't know. I might forget a couple letters till you add a couple extra on there.
And I might forget that I could give you any gold.
And I might forget that you're trying to hide out in here scot-free.
She puts down 2 more pieces.
That's more like it. Now, because I was just taunting you so much, what was that name again?
Silvia and Valora, that's his name.
Silvia and Valora.
Very obviously looks related to me.
You
Black
seem
and white
kind
hair, bright blue eyes.
of thinking back. He's like, we don't often use names in this place, but does kind of ring a bell a little bit. I've seen someone like that stop by. At least certainly a couple times. I definitely believe so, yeah. He's coming here a couple times, I would say.
Do you remember how long ago?
Last time I saw him. Jesus. Give it a few months.
Okay. Did he say where he was going? Or
Not
even
quite.
hint at it at all? Any clues? Anything you can glean from whatever he might have said to you?
I can tell you're not around these parts a lot. We don't share much personal
Yeah.
information around here.
That makes sense.
People like to stay on the down low when you're as low down as here.
Yeah.
So, all that, I'm afraid I got nothing for you, kid.
But he has been here.
I definitely believe he's been here.
Okay, that helps a lot. So, despite the extra incentive you needed, thank you.
No
She
problem.
like puffs out her cheeks a little bit, but she is glad that she did get that, and that definitely helps contribute to the rumor she heard that he's crossed over to the other place. So he'd probably stay here before he went over there. So, all right, down to 7 more. It was worth it in her eyes. It was worth it. Still haven't tapped into that 200 yet, so we're fine.
Yeah, there you go. I was like,
That's the
you're
way to
being
think
real
about it.
frugal. You got 200 gold,
Yeah.
bro.
Listen, Sylvie's not used to having this much money. She wants to keep it for as long as possible. Like a dragon. It's a hoard now.
Anything else for you?
Well, she got that, so she'll just put the hood back up and probably go to the room to see what it looks like. She doesn't know what it looks like yet.
Yep, you go inside to room 4 back there, and you come across the same sight that Valora saw. A desk with a simple old candle lit on it, with an old wooden chair, and then a really raggedy small bed off in the back right
You
corner.
See Valora sitting
Just
on
sitting there, she's like, oh, humble.
She looks up very.
Well, Rocket said that he, saw my brother here a couple months ago, so that helps.
Oh, that's good.
So he probably is across the way. I really hope I can find him when we get over there.
I'm sure you will.
But that's a good lead. I had to pay him, though, so he could, she puts out air quotes, remember that whole thing.
People like that are, well, we are in a thieves underground
Yeah.
hideout, so it's to be expected.
I'm just glad it was still in the single digits that
That's
I paid
good
him.
at least.
Yeah. So this sure is something.
At least I'm in, well, can't say because my head is up here. And she lifts her hand. At least I appear smaller, so it doesn't seem as small.
Cramped, yeah. Yep. Is this place like dusty and stuff?
Honestly, it's not dusty. It's just messy and downtrodden.
But it's not. There's not like dirt.
I mean, there's probably some dirt. It's not like they take the cleanliness of the rooms there, but like it's not dust or anything because it's probably used pretty often around here.
But any kind of dust that there is, Sylvie's gonna use prestidigitation and just like clean the small area
of
up,
course.
so it's like it's nice, and she like does like the equivalent of Febreze.
My God.
There we go. That's a little better.
Valora's just kind of sitting like hunched over on the bed, and she just kind of shakes her head and an amused smile.
Oh, it's nice to have some feeling of a semblance of control. So did Dusty say anything about the whole bank thing? Is he still gonna try and do that?
You mean Lucky?
Or Lucky, right? Sorry, I was too busy cleaning. I was cleaning. But yeah,
But he said he's gonna go check out, well, try to infiltrate the bank.
with
later-
Al.
Later tonight, yes.
Oh God, how's that gonna go?
I don't know. I said that I might be interested in helping.
We gotta get you your stuff though.
Yeah, I said I would try to do that first.
Mm-hmm.
And then if they need help, he said he would be happy to have our help, so.
Do you want me to go with you to get your stuff? Just in case you need a distraction.
If you want to, I don't want to drag you into any more of this.
Did I see where they put her stuff when they drug her into the cellar?
No.
No.
Because the only times you saw is when she was being dragged down through the like cellar doors over there by the confessionals, and then when she was inside that holding room, essentially.
I feel like maybe they kept your stuff in the office. That's the only thing I can think of. I didn't see where they put it, but yeah.
I would say, Valora, you have free information in this regard from experience, and that in these churches that have like these prison holding cells underneath them for their, religious crime uses, there's typically like a small area that they have downstairs in those where they put aside like confiscated goods from people that
Okay.
they take in. So your stuff would probably be downstairs in that area. Where exactly, you're not sure, because they're all made a little bit differently. They're not uniform, but most of the time they keep it in that same prison area.
Okay. Well, I think I may have an idea of where my stuff may be held.
Oh. Well, that helps.
They're all different, but I think I may have a general idea.
Definitely more than what I would have. What do I do then? Should I feel like if I hang around outside the church, that would look real weird.
Well, you could go inside and keep lookout. You could look for more books that could be useful, snoop through their office. Any information we get is good information.
True. How are we gonna get inside? That's the thing. I don't know how to pick locks. And I'm pretty sure it's gonna be locked.
Valora, you know that churches keep their doors open 24/7. In case anyone has to go in to pray in there.
Well, Sylvie, good thing about churches is that they are kept open 24/7.
Oh, I can just go in there and pretend to pray then.
Yeah, you could. You could sit at one of the pews and just pretend.
Perfect. Maybe I'll try to actually pray
And
to
then-
someone and be like, hey, can you not be mad at my friend? Maybe it'll work. I don't know. It's worth a shot.
Valora kind of laughs like a parent would at a child's silly question. And she's like, "Oh, I appreciate the thought."
I'll figure out what I'm gonna think about when I get there, I guess.
I mean, like I said, you could always snoop through the office. If you don't, I will.
Okay. Not gonna lie, I'm kind of scared to do that.
Why?
I don't know. It's just, what if she's sleeping in there? You know?
I highly
she do
doubt
that?
she would sleep in an office.
She's a very scary person. To see, like, what she did to you was terrifying. Like, that's not normal. That's not what normal people, that's not how normal people fight. Like, she was, whew.
Bard Valora scrunches up her nose and, like, looks away.
No, this isn't a
hates
compliment.
reliving it.
This isn't a compliment to her. She scares me. But, I mean, I could try. But the office might be locked.
Never mind. You don't have to.
We'll figure it out.
Sylvia, you don't have to come. It's okay.
No, I'll still come.
I can tell you are very wary about this, and I don't want to drag you into anything else.
It's fine.
It's not.
What do you mean?
Tell
It's
by
not-
your voice.
No, it's fine. I need to do something. What else am I gonna do? Hang around here?
You would be safe.
Or help with the bank thing?
Well, I told them that I would try to join after we get my stuff back, but
I don't like you going there by yourself. Not that I don't think you can handle it. I just don't like not knowing what's going on. You know what I mean? Just, can you imagine me just calmly sitting here while you're out doing your thing, trying to not get caught?
well, the thought reassures me, honestly.
Me being in one spot?
Yes.
Oh, well, yeah, that's what Pembroke has said before, too.
I'm not gonna lie, Sylvie, you are very clever and smart, and you would be a lot of help, but I don't want to make you do something that was the cause of myself. Look, while you think it over, I'm gonna do something real quick. Just hold me steady, okay?
Oh, okay.
She's gonna try to see through Midnight's eyes.
Through Midnight's eyes?
Yes.
Yeah. You go ahead and do that quick. Sylvie, as you're there, you feel Valora just kind of go limp right next to you for a minute as
She'll make sure that you stay, like, on the bed.
her consciousness kind of fades away for a second, and Valora, your eyes, as you close yours.
There's, like, an empty space between them because the muscles are on her arm. She's just like, oh, that's weird.
And as you reopen them, you are currently looking through the eyes of Midnight. You're up in the sky at this moment in time as you're looking around a little bit. Looks like Midnight is looking on at the hooded figures you asked, and currently they are on foot walking down one of the main transportation roads, having left Doveport. And looking at your surroundings, seems like they are moving west.
Which leads where?
That leads to the area to the left of it, which is Greycott.
Okay. So he's leaving Doveport.
Yes.
Okay. Interesting.
He might have just gone there to visit his sister's grave.
Yeah.
Damn.
Okay. She'll snap back and summon him back.
Yep. So you come
Yeah.
to back in your room, and with a little
Jump scared.
and then with a little twist, there's this puff of black smoke, and suddenly Midnight reappears right in front of you as well.
Oh, hi! Welcome back.
Good boy.
You pet a little bit, and it just goes and rests on your invisible shoulder at the moment.
It's like floating.
It looks like it's
It is
hovering.
floating there, yeah.
That's really funny. And if you were to sit on top of your head, he'd be a foot up.
Yeah.
He'd just be like in Minecraft creative mode.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh, man.
I love that.
Do you
Well,
see anything interesting? She asked Midnight.
Midnight turns towards you, and you start to just mentally feel these thoughts coming into your head as Midnight's kind of sharing what they discovered and going through their visions that you can kind of almost process in like a foggy way of sorts. And you can see that as Midnight was watching on, it seemed like this figure was staying by that grave for potentially around an hour or so.
Whoa.
Set up all the flowers and everything. Seemed to even share a meal before leaving a piece of food behind. And then after that, the figure slowly leaves out of town and has been walking on foot since.
Oh, damn.
Valora kind of just pets Midnight. Well, I feel kind of bad for trailing him now.
What did he do?
He just visited his, I believe, sister's grave and then left town.
Oh, that's all?
Yeah,
Oh, so he's just a normal guy?
I suppose so.
Oh. Well, I guess as far as we know, he's normal.
Yeah.
Dang. Well, I mean, at least now we know he's not up to bad shenanigans.
Mm-hmm.
So that helps.
Man, if we do participate in the bank heist, we can have
It
Midnight.
sounds so cool. Sorry.
We can have Midnight sort of stand guard atop
True.
the ceiling or the roof. But she stands up. But I'm gonna go to the bar for a bit and wait until it's dark, and try to go get
What
my
kind of
stuff.
drinks do they have here? Do you know?
Not ones you would like.
Oh, okay. Never mind. Yeah, I like fruity things.
Mhm. Can't you just make them taste good with your spells?
Wait, you're right. Maybe I should have one.
Oh, actually.
No, you said I can make it taste good.
Oh,
It's
no.
fine.
Oh, no.
I'll have a little one.
Oh,
You know, like a small serving?
I think even a little one would be too much for you, Sylvia.
Nah, it's fine. Let me try it. My brother never let me try
You know
it.
what?
Let me try
You
it.
know what? Actually,
What?
I won't drink if you don't drink. We can wait until after
After
we get everything done tonight.
like a celebration.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Deal. She like holds out her hand for a handshake, but it's like
Yeah, Valora shakes it.
but she doesn't really like shake.
Oh, man.
That's so weird. I totally forgot that's how it works.
Yep.
It's so funky.
So you guys are waiting out until the sun sets and it gets to be nighttime to go and safely make your way to the church.
Yeah.
All right. Are you maintaining your disguised form throughout all of that and maintaining that as you go in to the church?
Oh yeah, I'm not going in the church as my normal self.
Yeah.
Okay. As time passes then, I'll just have you have to make 3 checks. They're flat saving throws, not necessarily based off of wisdom or anything. So
Oh Lord.
so have D20s.
Flat?
Yeah.
Flat?
Yeah, they're not wisdom or anything. It's just D20 checks.
That's
So
true.
have
It's,
you do
it's against
3?
a potion.
The
yeah,
first one
not
is DC
really.
5.
No.
Just
Got a 4.
under.
Oh man.
Why is it a flat roll?
Yeah.
I can't
Damn. Just
We're
one under the
intelligent.
DC. One under the lowest. It's only gonna get higher from here.
Oh Lord.
Ah. You're not even gonna be able to use them. They're gonna kick us out of this place. You're gonna set it on fire or something. Don't say that.
Does it help you at all if it's a wisdom saving throw?
Yeah.
I'll make it a wisdom saving throw.
Thank
then.
God.
I'll be polite and I'll make it a saving
+3.
throw and be a wisdom saving throw.
So
So you'll
7.
succeed the first one.
It's still barely. It's still
I'll
barely.
have you make a second. I'm not having you do a thing because think it's supposed to be every hour, so waiting until midnight. This would be like so many of them back to back, but to save just for brevity's sake, I'm doing 3. So the first one you succeeded on. This next one will be DC 7.
Are you fucking Wait. It just passes.
Oh.
I'm putting this dice
I was
away.
gonna say it didn't even roll.
Alright.
It just went. Boop.
Holy
It was
moly.
the same. It was
It
the
was
same.
also a 4.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
On the same dice.
All right. And remember that, like, so we've got one more. It'll be DC 9. It's not too bad. And remember, if it does fail, it does also drop it from you, as well as the failure of what
Like
happens
forever.
after that. Huh?
Like forever. Like it's gone.
Yeah, because you got one use out of the potion thing. So maintaining it through the hours is difficult.
16.
But
Okay.
16. All right.
Woo.
So at first, like, as time was passing, you start to understand what Crud was saying about it starting to grow
It probably feels really
more
weird.
volatile, because after like the first hour, it almost feels like your body is trying to pull in energy from the outside, and it's a very strange sensation that kind of catches you off guard at first, and you almost kind of lose track of everything, but you start to understand this feeling as time goes on, of just that, like, as you're here maintaining this facade, it's almost like this magic is drawing energy from the world around you to keep this powered, and it's just trying to draw in more and more as time goes on. But you're able to lock in and maintain your form. And finally, gets to be later at night. More people are starting to show up in Rowdy Rocket's rest stop.
Rowdy
Isn't it this
Rocket's
place?
rest stop.
Rowdy Rocket's rest stop.
Urgh.
And this is around the time that you guys will go ahead and be leaving and go on up where it's nighttime, so the town is very quiet around now. Pretty much all the businesses have closed down aside from a select few. And as long as you stay away from the main road that people travel on that gets you from city gate to city gate, then you don't really have to worry about people too much. So you have safe travels going through. You're watching around, keeping an eye out, especially for Cassandra, but nothing stands out to you guys as you arrive back at the doorsteps of the church. You decide to check anything out, or you're just going on inside?
Yeah, Sylvia insisted on coming.
Okay. I'm gonna direct Midnight just to like the roof. Just
Okay.
for him to kind of keep watch.
Yep.
For him to call if he sees anyone in the distance approaching the church.
All right. Easy peasy. He goes ahead and takes his little seat on top of the highest point on the church up there above the front door, keeping an eye out. Helps him overlook a lot of the town, actually, but at this point, a lot of people look like ants around, so unless they get close, he's not really necessarily picking up anything. And you guys go ahead and enter in. You find the double doors. You kind of open very slowly, and as you go inside, the atmosphere feels a little different because now there's less light overall as the sun has gone down, but you do have the moonlight, which is kind of piercing through the stained glass windows in the back that almost light up the gods as they're staring into this room towards you guys.
Kind of terrifying.
But looking around, you see no one else in here. All of the pews are empty. It's very silent around here.
Okay. Valora is gonna head straight for where she believes that her weapons may be kept.
All right, so that is once you go in the front doors. Off to the left-hand side is where there's the confessional booths over there, and next to that, there's that like cellar door that you were unconscious being dragged through, but you saw when you had first come in, and you believed that they would be down there.
Sylvia's gonna sit at a pew that's like in the middle of the place, so it's like halfway to the front door, but also like halfway to like the back where the office is, I'm assuming.
Gotcha. You take a nice seat over there. Are you being quiet at all, or are you just going to those doors?
I feel like I'm gonna try to be quiet. Yeah.
All right, go ahead and make a stealth check for me.
got her hood on, her head's down, but she's like
Is it with advantage?
keeping an ear out.
Since I'm disguised or no?
This isn't about vision. This is essentially the audibility, because you've got you have those large wooden cellar doors that are there that you're trying to open
true.
up. So it's more or less about trying to be quiet and not making noise.
It's 10 plus 12.
12? All right. So you go to the cellar doors. You're very cautious, very slow. And you have a different form right now in the first place. And you go and you pull open the doors. You hear them creak a little bit as you open them. Not nearly like that. It's a very gentle
Echoing
one.
through the whole church.
That'd be kind of funny though.
And as you open them up, you hear a voice come inside from the confessional booth. And they're like, there's not much reason for you to go down there, is there?
Do we recognize the voice?
I would say you recognize it. It is the father. That was there earlier.
God, how do I approach this?
He's just sitting in there like all night.
Why?
Just all night, like what?
As you're standing there kind of like processing everything, he goes, don't worry. Things are different right now. If you want to get anything off your chest, I'm all ears for you.
Can I hear this conversation?
I mean, you're right.
You probably can, yeah. I mean, there's no one else in
Because
here.
I
so you
recognize
can
his
hear the
voice too,
voices.
because I talked to him.
Yeah.
And internally, she's like,
She doesn't swear very often, but on the inside, she's just like,
oh no.
I just needed a place to stay, and I'm not used to asking for help.
Help in what way?
Others helping me, and she kind of changes her voice. She's like, "Ah, shit, I gotta."
Yeah. Just like,
Go ahead and make a deception check for me.
Yeah.
was it valid?
Okay, it's +3. Ooh. Okay. Dirty 20.
Or 20? Okay. Seems like the figure wasn't able to catch on to what was going on.
The figure, right.
I mean, at this point, it's just a voice in
Yeah.
a box, essentially. You don't see him, and he can't even look outside to see
Thank God.
or anything. You just hear the voice emanating from inside the confessionals. And he's like, well, if at any point you decide to step inside and say anything for a confessional, anything said here stays between us and the gods if they're listening. It is against their teachings for me to say anything that transpires in this booth. So you can rest assured that anything you say lies between us.
Thank you.
Question mark?
Of course.
Can I go down there?
I'm sorry, that's just so funny.
You need to get off your chest, child. Don't hesitate. Yeah, thanks. Can I trespass?
You know, I'm about to go down there.
I don't know what you're looking for down there, but I suppose I can't stop you. Be careful, there are a couple of gentlemen down there. It is a prison after all, so we have some people keeping watch.
God, you couldn't made it easy, Evan, could you?
Of course not!
Two? Not one guard? Two? They probably would be expecting Valora to come back for her stuff. That's probably why there's 2 people down there. Man.
I was simply looking for a place to sleep.
I mean, if you're looking for a place to sleep, well, we only have one place, and that's taken right now. So we can't stop you from sleeping in a pew. We can get you some blankets if you wish. We have spares.
That's actually really nice. God.
This is how churches should be, people.
Yeah, for real.
She kind of looks to Sylvie, like, help me out here.
Is Valora within 120 feet of me?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, Sylvie's gonna use message.
Okay.
And say, like, what's the plan? What do you want me to do?
Just go in there and have a sob story so I can go down here without him asking any more questions.
Have a sob story?
Yes, go
Oh,
in the confessional.
that's my life. And
You're telling me. Let's go.
she'll get up and she'll go to the booth.
All right.
She still has the hood on and everything, though.
All right. I'm trying to think. Are you trying to?
As she's walking over, she's gonna message Valora more times, like, so just keep him distracted while you do stuff?
Yes.
Okay.
All right, so you go ahead and open up the door, and I will just do a quick little thing for him. Okay, so as you walk in, he goes, all right, I'm glad you came in and wanted to tell me something. And you believe that he may think that you are the person who was at the door down there where Valora is. Instead of thinking there's a second person right now, he thinks that the same person decided to come in to talk to him. So he's like, so go ahead and tell me anything that you want to, child.
Okay. So
You don't have anywhere to sleep. You're homeless.
yeah, he can't see her anyway, but she still has the hood on. And she's gonna change her voice. We're like, child, I'm a grandmother.
Oh, you are much different than I expected when you were outside. Boy,
That's someone else.
that's
I think they left.
oh, okay.
I don't know what they were doing here, but they left.
All right, I guess they wanted a better place to sleep than just with the
Is that what they were
shits that we had
doing?
to offer. All right, so
Why would you come into church for a place to sleep? Why not go to the inn?
well, I mean, if the inn requires money, we can give people simple housing for a night
that's
for free.
so nice.
So what can I help you with today?
I want to talk about my grandson.
You want to
I'm
talk
worried
about
for
your
him.
grandson.
He's done some terrible things, and he's not religious. He refuses to come to a church at all.
Okay, so you're attempting to do a confessional for him.
Yes, because he won't go, and I'm worried for him.
Ma'am, have you ever done one of these before?
No.
Okay, so we need to have a conversation quick. And he starts going on for a bit, and needless to say, like, ironically, because he's getting so loud in this conversation, it's kind of giving you help in getting down the stairs easy, because now he's like, his soft tone is raised up a little bit because he's confused, and it's giving you ample opportunity to sneak downstairs.
Oh my god.
Sylvia's like, you need a
without
distraction? I
detection
got
from
you. You can hear the old woman voice, too.
I look like kind of confused as I'm going down, but Valora's like, huh, alright, we'll discuss that another time.
I'm very good at impressions.
All right, so you go on down this staircase here that you've
Yes.
opened up. All right, so as you go down, you can see that once you go down the stairs, there's like a turn to the right, and you can see that there's some candlelight coming from around there. So that area down there is pretty well lit up. And as you go down there, you're probably being careful and slow like before. And you can hear a couple voices talking back and forth down there. You hear this one guy going, "Hey, knock knock." And the guy's like, "Whoa, what is it?" It's like, "No, that's not what you say to knock knock. You're supposed to say who's there." "Why would I say that? You're right there."
Oh my,
my god.
Have you ever heard a knock knock joke
Classic
before?
guard banter.
"Oh, well, I didn't know you were doing a knock knock joke." "Well, what else would I say knock knock for?" "Well, I don't know. I thought you were trying to tell me someone was here."
Oh my god.
And the one guy's like, "All right, you know what? We'll do this again. I gotta take a piss, all right? So you just fucking prepare yourself, apparently, because you just have to prepare yourself for a knock knock joke, I guess. So fucking get ready, you fucking imbecile." "God, why am I stuck with you?" And you hear footsteps as a guard walks farther away down the hallway.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
Oh god.
And I'll say you don't even have to use stealth on this, because a little advantage that you have from your little form is that because you are still 6 foot tall Valora, but with the disguise on, you have that extra foot that's invisible on top of you, so you're able to lean around the corner without being seen at all.
Oh, that's cool.
And,
Oh wow. I never thought of it that way.
No.
and so you peer around the corner, you know, with just enough of your eyes going around and hiding pretty much most of your figure. You see a hallway there, and you see a couple doors on the left-hand side that have these heavy, crazy locks and iron bars and latches that help secure those. And you can kind of tell those are the holding cells that you put people inside. And off to the right, on the far end, you kind of see as this kind of slender figure closes the door behind him, going into a different room, and sitting on a little wooden stool, there's this bugbear-looking gentleman, kind of beefy, just kind of whistling to himself right now, staring off at the walls, just kind of kicking his feet a little bit as he sits there.
Oh my god.
Kicking his feet.
Yep.
As he's sitting.
Yep.
Oh,
my god.
He's kind of... Fuck. It's never that easy for us.
For us? Whistle.
He can't whistle.
For us. What, bugbears? Like,
Apparently.
Oh my goodness.
is it the teeth? I guess.
Probably.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What? Yeah, that's
But he's
true.
trying.
He's trying.
Oh.
So you said there was 2 doors on the left that were bolted up?
Yeah, there's 2 doors on the left that are closed up, locked up. You can tell there's the cells. The one gentleman walked off into a door on the right, and then this bugbear guard right here that's on a wooden stool. He is in front of, there's actually this like gated area that has like iron bars there. You can't really see what's inside there because it's on the side that's like closest to where you're peeking right now.
Mm-hmm.
So like if you're peering around this corner to the right, it's on that right hand side there. You can see like iron bars, but you can't quite see what's in there. But I would say with your history, you know that kind of stands firm with like these storage areas where they'll put, you know, whether it be handcuffs and first aid, or also where they'll put confiscated goods from prisoners there that are just kind of inside there. So looks like that may be the area that you're looking for, probably.
Okay. The one that the bugbear is sitting right in front of.
Yes.
Correct. Okay. Valora rolls her eyes. She's like, God, I fucking hate churches. And once the one guard leaves and goes to the bathroom, the one bugbear's just sitting there whistling.
Yeah. Or trying to whistle.
Yeah. I'm gonna look around like on the ground and see if there's just like anything I can pick up.
Yeah, I'll say that absolutely there's like a couple loose pebbles around and stuff that's there for you to pick up if you decide.
Okay.
Thank God.
Is he looking up while whistling right now?
Like I said, he's just kind of like almost looking at the wall, just kind of basically bobbing around.
Like a kid.
He's really bored. You can tell this is a boring job to have.
I'm gonna toss the pebble whichever opposite way that he's looking.
Okay.
So, is he looking at the wall across from him?
Yeah, pretty much. He's looking straight
Then
forward
I'll
at that.
then I'll like kind of like do like an underhand toss like behind, like aiming it behind him
Oh.
to like roll towards the end of the hall.
So he doesn't like see it go in front of him.
Yeah.
He just hears
Okay.
it land.
Yeah.
Yeah. I will say
Not all
Because-
barbarians are dumb.
the gap is small. Go ahead and make an athletics check to try and aim for a certain point and throw it, right in a little gap to
Come on.
get it sneakily wise.
14.
14?
Okay.
That's good enough. It like whizzes right past behind his head.
This
like,
guy's not the
almost
most
clocks
alert,
him
I
in the
don't
back
think.
of the head.
That would work too. Valora grimaces. Ugh.
But it does manage to travel right by him and bounces off on the side, and it kind of echoes through this empty hall, and he's like, what? And he looks over off to the right and kind of gets up. Ronald, was that you? And he starts
his
walking down
voice
the hallway. Sorry, I broke for a second there.
No, keep it like that. That's a good
Oh
one.
God, keep it like that? All right.
Ronald, is that
Ronald, is that you? No, I don't like that. Ronald, is that you?
There we go, yeah.
And then he gets up from his chair and he like
That
goes
could be a
off to
different
the,
card at some point.
He goes off towards the farther end of the hallway, and his back is turned to you at the moment.
Okay, I'm gonna scurry forward and just examine, like, is there locks on this?
There are locks on it.
Okay, what are they like?
These are like, it's one of those old kind of like steel padlocks. It's not like used too often until they don't have to replace them very often. So it's pretty old, it's pretty worn down, but essentially where the gate kind of meets with the rest of the steel bars, it's got one of those U-locks, like a smart lock. Is that what they are? The smart locks? Is that what they're called? The main brand of those things? I cannot remember.
Yeah, I don't know.
Anyways, there's the lock that you have on school where it's the U piece of bolt that goes into the main like thick.
Just the most generic looking
Absolutely,
medieval
yes.
times lock.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
And so that's there on it right
Do
now.
I see my stuff?
You do see your stuff in there. Yeah, you see your bag, and your axe is off against the side wall in there as well.
Okay,
I wonder if you
and,
could
like,
just break the lock.
And, like, where exactly in the cell is my stuff? Like, how far away is it from me right now?
Go ahead and grab a percentile for me. Go grab your D100s, and you can make a call on high or low. If you say high and get it within the top 50, I'll have your axe be close by at the edge where you can reach it through the bars. You can also call low and roll under 50. But this will essentially be an equivalency of a luck roll of sorts for you to see if you'll be lucky and have a little extra upper hand of an equipment nearby.
Oh boy.
Okay, I'll call high.
All right.
Come on.
Ah! That's 16.
Is that
Wait, what is that?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking
Damn.
16!
Okay, so your axe is against the back wall along with the racks where your bag is.
Damn it.
It's against the back wall. Is it, like, in the middle or towards one of the corners?
Your axe is probably more towards the corner, because, like, against the back, there's, like, a bunch of shelving units, which has your stuff and a mishmash of other things back there. But then you plainly see your axe kind of, when the shelves end, kind of leaning up against the wall, more so towards a corner.
You should see if there's a bag of holding.
We could really use one of those.
Okay, so I quickly look to make sure that the bugbear dude is still somewhat distracted.
Still distracted at the time,
He's
yeah.
probably trying to find what made the noise. What was that?
Okay,
What was that noise?
since I have nothing on me, I'm gonna try to break the lock with my bare hands.
All right.
Yeah.
Go ahead and give a
Strong.
strength check. Just strength check and attempt to, or I'd say you can use
What the fuck is
athletics or
getting
acrobatics
four?
for it.
Why am I getting 4?
Don't you have that lucky necklace that you
That's
won?
for attack.
No, that's for
That's for
attack.
attack.
If you get a natural
If I
one,
get
then
a
you've got
one.
advantage in an
So
instant
it doesn't
reroll.
work like the luck feat. Okay.
It's a 9.
9.
Okay.
Damn.
Well, I'll also say that it is athletics. So, but
It's a 9.
or 9. Okay.
With my athletics, it's a 9. Oh wait, no. With my
I was gonna say you don't have
athletics,
proficiency in athletics.
it's 11, but like
It's
that
11?
makes a difference.
DC was 10.
So you're ripping out right now. Not quite yet. You can go for it again with this extra time. Let me see.
That's true, because it's not like with lockpicking it, you know, it doesn't get like things don't break inside of there and make it more
Yeah.
difficult. You just
Yeah.
keep
Yeah.
pounding on it.
You right now are like kind of brute force trying to like essentially pull at it until it
Yeah.
just fucking breaks the latch and unlocks itself. Wasn't able to on that first one. Let's see if the bugbear's still distracted or not. He is still distracted, so he's gone
Perfect.
down far down the hallway. You know, he's kind of like, bro, was that you? He's like knocking on the other door over there.
Okay, I'm gonna keep trying, but is there anything like near me through the bars?
Next to the bars, not quite. You do have the pretty much what's closest to you would be the stools, the wooden stools that are over there. I will say if you want to, you could like use a stool leg to kind of put in there and give yourself advantage on it, but it'll become a lot more noisy.
Yeah, 'cause you'd be smashing instead of pulling.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can give it another shot with your bare hands.
16.
Ooh.
16?
Much better.
As you're pulling, finally you hear the latch go, and it, you know, splits open here.
Jesus Christ.
Go ahead and make, could be dexterity or sleight of hand, whichever one. They may be the same for you, but essentially trying to see if you can manage the
Muffle the sound.
falling apart lock inside your hand to not let it like fall to the ground.
Oh,
or
yeah,
get
that
too
would be
noisy
real
or
bad.
anything.
Yeah.
Ting ting.
Ting, ting, ting.
Please.
18.
Let's go.
18? Yeah, as you break it and it's in your
I
hands,
need
you're
my
carefully
axe.
trying to keep all of the pieces from like going anywhere, making any kind of sound. So you've got that lock taken care of now, and you are able to open the door freely now.
That axe is like a limb to Valora.
Yeah, it is. Okay, so I open the door just a smidge, enough for me to get in.
Okay, yep.
Hurry in, sling my bag over my shoulder, grab my axe, and try to get out of there.
All right. I will make one final check to see if our friend has started to pay attention or not. He has not. He is still distracted.
Thank God.
He rolled a 7. So he's still over there knocking on the door.
I was ready to fight him, if not.
Yeah.
You
got
sure
my
you
axe
didn't need
now.
me? I feel like you needed me for something. I think you were trying to get my attention. For the last time, you fucking idiot, no.
This has probably happened
I
before.
don't know.
This has probably happened before.
Poor Juice is trying to take a shit.
Is this how you make me listen to the knock-knock jokes?
Oh my God.
Just let me piss in peace.
Yeah. He's probably heard like a mouse down here before and thought it was him, and he's just like, "Hey, did you name it?" It's just like the 5th time it's happened.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes.
At this point,
God.
you're able to securely get your stuff, run away from that area, and you come on back up the stairs outside the cellar door area. And you hear what is going on inside the confessional right now.
My late husband, he died in the war.
Oh, what are you confessing to on that one, ma'am?
He died in the war
Did you kill
between
him in the
his
war?
liver and alcohol.
So you poisoned him.
No, I was unable to save him from his alcoholism. I tried hiding the alcohol. I tried putting it in a locked cabinet.
So you feel guilty that you
I
weren't able to
do.
accomplish it. Yeah,
Yes.
we're working someplace here. All right.
Oh, okay.
We're getting somewhere. Okay. Don't worry. Everything is okay. Remember, everyone can make their own choices. Even as a significant other, you're not always able to help them in their times of need. Sometimes they will be too stubborn and still enact on their sins and weaknesses, and that's not your fault. And this is what you hear as you're coming up, Valora.
I don't know. It's kind of hard to come to terms with that. I've been trying to for the last decade.
Well, hopefully we can help start here.
I am getting quite sleepy, though it is past my bedtime, so I'll return another time. Thank you for listening to me.
Well, the doors are always open here if you decide to come
I
back.
noticed. It's very nice.
I'm glad you were finally able to arrive and get these weights off of your chest.
It did help a little. The stained glass windows are beautiful.
Valora's like,
thank you.
come on. She's like gesturing.
Well, good night, father. Yes, that's what I call you.
Yes, thank you. Have a wonderful night.
Thank you. And she opens it and closes it. It's like, with message, it's like, all right, you ready to go? And she's just like, what?
Valora just like mouths like, what the fuck?
She just shrugs. She's smiling on her face. She just like
gestures to the axe on her back, and she's like, let's go.
And she books it.
All right, so you've got your belongings back. You've got whatever it is back to yourself. Leaving outside of the church.
I've learned many things.
Oh my god.
Things I will soon forget in my old age.
All right. But it appears Midnight didn't discover anything on watch, so everything seems safe out here in the open. And you guys have your stuff back. At this point, we're wanting to meet up with Lucky and Old Man Al.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes.
Yep, so you guys know about where the bank is from here, especially Sylvie on the run earlier that day.
The frantic, bawling jog that she had to do.
Poor Sylvie.
All right, so
She remembers the way that she saw through tears.
Sylvie, what was that? How did you sound like a grandma?
I'm good at
Was it a
impressions.
Oh, you're just good at impressions.
Yeah.
Okay. It was impressive.
Thank you. Impressive impressions.
Exactly.
My brother thought it was always pretty neat. He's good at it too.
Oh.
He kind of taught me, actually.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. It's a nice little party trick. Or we need to distract someone, which worked out pretty well. He was fully convinced.
I heard.
He sounded kind of concerned. I felt kind of bad for concerning him so much. But it worked! You got your stuff!
I did.
Who was down there?
2 guards.
Oh. Wow, they're stupid, aren't they?
One went to the bathroom and one got distracted by a pebble that I threw.
So, at least one is.
Yes.
Worked out for you.
It did.
You did so good. I'm proud of you.
I'm proud of you. You did good.
Just hug, like just on the way.
Oh.
Just like a side hug
As they're walking?
Yeah.
Valora like pats her.
I probably shouldn't hug you if people would see me hugging air. Dang it. Okay, I'm not doing that again for now.
Okay.
all right.
She just throws in the for now.
You two are walking towards the bank. Who has the locked book on them? Because we've gone over the journal a lot. You guys have the other book. You have the one that was
Shit.
kept in the closet. And I'm trying to think of who may have that in their possession. Because I know that Valora attempted to break it open early on.
Did.
I'm trying to remember
Did
if
we
he gave
give
it
it to
over.
Sylvie after that? And I don't know if Sylvie gave it back to me though.
I do believe
And
that
I don't
may
know
be
who
the
has the
case.
journal now either. We just
The
kind of-
journal is you, Valora.
It is me?
Yeah, the journal is you.
'Cause
Because you were the
'cause
one that
you-
went through
you
it the night
found-
before and
yeah,
found
You
it.
found Risen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So unless you give it back, you have that.
Because I remember we both looked at it and I don't know if one of us pocketed it or not.
I believe that you were the one that was last holding on to it.
Okay.
I thought I had the book.
I do
can have the
believe you do. Because I think because Valora went to go smash it and it almost threw her
And
axe
then
back in her
Sylvie
face.
tried.
And then Sylvie was seeing what magical means
And it was like
could go
very,
over
very
there.
locked.
Yeah, she was just throwing different words at it and then moved on to the journal.
It was very locked.
And then tried practice and it didn't work. So she just put the book
Because when
away.
we first obtained them, it was switched. I had the locked book, you had the journal, but then
Yes.
we switched them
Yep.
as we
Yes.
investigated them.
Yep.
So yes,
Yeah.
you do have the locked book.
I do. Yeah, it's in my inventory.
Yes.
Yep.
Sylvie has it.
Yes.
I have
So as you're walking to the church, Sylvie, you feel
To
something.
the church? You mean the bank?
Or the bank.
We're done with the
sorry.
church.
We're done with the church. Done with the church.
No
You're
more
never
churches.
done with the
No more
church. You're
church.
never done with the church. But
Valora is very done with the church.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Feels like she's always been mostly done with the church
But,
for a good part of her life, probably.
as you're heading towards the bank, from your bag on your back, you feel this like vibrating sensation.
She has like this like puzzled look on her face. She's like, why is my bag buzzing?
I'm sorry, what?
My bag. There's something shaking in there.
Vor like puts her hand on her shoulder on your shoulder to like stop you from walking, and she rips open your bag.
Don't rip it!
No, I don't mean rip, but like
opens it.
it quickly.
Yeah, okay.
So you open up the top of Sylvie's bag, and inside, through the mishmash of things, you see a really faint purple glow coming from inside.
Can I tell that it's originating from the book? Or I just see stuff glowing.
Yeah. Like, I mean, you can see the glow in there, and like, there's just kind of a whole bunch of things in there. That book hasn't been part of your worries for a while now.
Yeah.
But as you go through a few things, you see that it's originating from the book, almost from like the center in between a couple pages. It's originating, like, emanating from that crack of those pages.
Huh.
There's faint purple light coming off from it. And the book is, like, shaking.
It's just shaking.
Did like a mouse get in there or something? What's happening?
The book with the chains on it?
Uh-huh. The lock?
Yes, it's glowing and shaking.
I'm sorry?
Mm-hmm.
It's glowing.
Yes.
Glowing how?
You said it was purple?
Yeah, it's like a faint purple light.
Like faintly purple?
Does this mean anything to me? Am I able to glean anything from something glowing purple and buzzing?
Make a very difficult Arcana
Okay.
check.
Oh. I don't think I'm gonna make that. I don't think that's good enough. 18?
18. You can tell it's magical in nature. What exactly is going on?
No, you don't
are-
say. The magic book is magic?
It's magical in nature.
Wow. I didn't know.
What exactly is going on, though? You're not familiar with what this would mean.
So I don't know if it's good or bad.
No.
Should I don't know if I should take it out or not.
When did it start? Is it just started doing
Very
this?
recently. Like, you're feeling it in your, like, you felt it just start happening in your bag.
She'd probably start looking around to see if there's anything suspicious that might have set it off.
No.
There's no, like, person standing nearby or anything.
You're looking around, there's nothing that seems to be a trigger for it. Seems to have just started.
I don't like this.
Me neither. Do you want me to hold on to it?
Are you sure? You're trying to be inconspicuous right now. I mean, I am too, but you more so.
I don't want it exploding or anything.
Oh,
on you.
jeez. I didn't think about that being a possibility.
You never know with magic.
You know what? You're right. She's just... she just has, like, war flashbacks upon these things. It's just like... I guess, if you want...
She nods.
Okay.
She'll,
Be careful. I don't know what it's gonna do when it's not contained anymore, but you have a good grip strength. I don't. I can't hold on to anything very well, but you can, so...
She'll slowly take it out of the bag.
Yep, so you reach in and you grab it and you can feel the book, like, shaking in your hand as you grab it and lift it out.
Is it trying to run away?
You can make investigation checks on it,
Yeah.
as you've got the book out right now.
Let's see.
13.
13?
14.
14? I will say it's good enough to see that as you're holding it here, looking at it into the open, you see that glow emanating from like the center at like a certain page or so in there where it's coming through. And as you're holding it, Valora, and investigating whatever the fuck is going on with this thing, you can see that around that area, those pages are moving as if trying to open and are fighting against the lock that is keeping it closed.
Is this why it was locked?
She like looks at Sylvie like,
Okay,
What?
normally books are locked to keep people from opening them, not from keeping the book from opening itself.
uh-huh.
This is weird.
It is very strange.
Now that I know this, could I make another Arcana check to see what's going on? Now that I have a little bit more information of what it's doing?
You can make one more. I'll maybe say it's slightly easier, but it's
Yeah.
still going to be difficult.
Okay. Let's see. Come on. Arcana, dirty 20.
Dirty 20? I would say that
Any info is good
through
info.
various research, especially potentially when weird things were happening to you before, trying to understand any aspect of things going on in the world and other situations like that, you maybe think back to the one time when weird things happened and all of a sudden this bundle of flumps just kind of started just popping out of nowhere and going everywhere all over the place. And you look in there and the fact that it's like in a certain page, and you kind of get this feeling that there may be something in there trying to get out.
Oh. Okay, so, Valora.
Yes.
She, like, places her hands together in front of her as she's talking. Something's trying to get out of there. So, let's do our best
Okay.
to make sure that that doesn't happen. I don't know what it is, but something is trying to leave that book.
Valora just kind of stares at Sylvie in shock, nonetheless. Okay.
Do you know how to make a really strong knot?
Yes.
I think we should like double down and get to take out. Like, I have some rope. Let's just
Okay.
try and add on to. She
Yeah.
just takes out some of her rope, takes a dagger,
Yeah.
cuts off a piece, wraps it around this book, and just like lets Valora tie a
Valora
strong
ties
knot
a very strong knot.
to help keep it closed more.
Gotcha. Of course. Yeah. You go ahead and secure this thing even more as
Does
much
that
as you
seem
can.
to help at all?
A little bit at least seems to. Yeah, it's still like shaking and vibrating, but you can tell you've kind of helped press the pages together a little more so that they're moving a little less.
Oh boy. Okay. Well, I get the most we can do about that right now is just make sure it doesn't open, and I think we've done all we can in that regard.
I think so too, until we find out more.
Yeah. Well, it's a good thing we didn't ever unlock it, because I feel like whatever's in there might have tried to come out by now.
Yeah.
Or maybe the moment we unlocked it, something horrible would have happened.
Yep, that's
Now
true.
we know not to try and keep opening it.
Yeah.
So you want to just put it in your bag and we'll keep looking?
Yep, I'll stick it right in here.
All right. She's like sweating a little bit. This is totally out of my wheelhouse as a sorcerer.
All
God.
right, so you've tied the book down a little more. There's still that faint glow, but you've just kind of put it away for the time being.
Calm down, please. She says that to it.
And as you guys walk forward, you come across the bank, and standing nearby a tree, a little bit off the property, you see the two familiar figures of Lucky and Almer, who are standing over there, kind of looking at the place, kind of discussing amongst each other, probably the situation. You see Lucky kind of turns, sees you guys, gives a little nod, and kind of that little head gesture that tilts back of like, and it's like, come on over here.
Yep. We'll hurry over.
You
Discreetly.
guys kinda carefully do that, you know, that like quiet run that people do when they get up close. You do that little
Not like
jaunter
full on
over.
sprinting, but like
Yeah.
when
And
you're
you
trying
get
to
on
hurry.
over, like he's like, glad to see you with everything back in order.
Thank you.
Still a little weird to my eyes, but I'll get used to it eventually. So, we've been casing out the joint. Apparently that man left quite a while ago, and he's gone to stay wherever the fuck his residence he is, probably.
Oh.
Place is empty. Done. Don't know what kind of security measures they got in there, but I imagine maybe not too much. You know, the front doors obviously will be a certain way. We can maybe go in the back. It's also a big old back window that goes into his office. Maybe we can think up something along those lines. But gonna get in there. We're gonna see what's going on with what we come up with.
Nice.
Okay.
All right. Everyone make perception checks for me.
Ooh. Okay. 18.
18?
21.
21?
Nice.
All right.
21.
So, you guys are kind of casing the place out yourselves, and you've got this information of like, you know, front doors could have like the biggest means of security. You know, there's a back door somewhere. There's the big window for the office. You know, looking at the place, thinking of ways you can get in. And Valora, as you're kind of looking at it, you see something strange coming from around the front door. Not like on the door, but on the bottom, on the floor. You see
What?
this dark spot that comes out from underneath the door,
Excuse?
and you're able to track it. It looks like just like a circular shadow that's kind of traveling on the ground that
Oh.
slowly slides down the stairs
Oh.
and is sliding towards you guys.
What?
Oh. Okay, guys, I think there's a trap or some sort of warning system coming towards us. We need to get away from that. And she points
What the hell do you mean? And like this thing's
directly
coming
at the shadow.
Yeah, you guys can see it's very, because it's dark out, like it's really rough to see. It's impressive that like Valora may have seen it, but you see this dark, this like shadow as if there's like something in front of the moon that's kind of passing by, but nothing like that's happening as it kind of rolls up towards you guys. And you see,
Sylvia's stepping back as immediately.
as you guys all do that, you see that shadow stops.
Ooh.
And suddenly,
Ooh, brother, ooh.
up from the ground, you watch as shadows form and take this feminine shape in front of you. There's no features. It's just a almost solidified, transparent shadow of just darkness
Huh.
and lack of light. And they say, I believe one of you has something that belongs to us. Come on inside, you can speak to my master. And we'll end the session there.
What the fuck?
Huh.
That damn book.
Yeah, but why is there a void woman? Like,
Who's the master?
yeah. Who's the what?
Oh god, this ain't a regular bank.
No, it's a bank for souls or something. Jesus. The down payment to open up an account is your soul. Evan's like, damn it, they figured it out. I have to rewrite that now.
Gotta change it up a little bit.